I guess we can just get into the podcast, guys. So, hello. After a month hiatus, we are back. As usual, I'm Tom. Find me on Twitter at tsteinman13 and in the Facebook group at MCU Fans Assemble. I'm joined by Chris.
Hello there. Yes, good to be back. It's been a while, so apologies to everyone. And yeah, it's good. Yes, and you can find me on Twitter at bag1982, and on Facebook as well. Yeah.
And also Zach.
You can find me on the MCU Fans Assemble group on Facebook and my Twitter, which I think is MCU Zach Crew.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been on.
That's fair, honestly.
It's actually been a while since I've really been on any social media with work.
That's fair.
I've popped in here and there to let you guys know,
I've honestly I'm saying a lot. Once I've gotten on breaks at work, I've kind of just gone on my phone, kind of look through, see what updates are. Not gonna lie, there's a few things I definitely want to talk about today with you guys. One, of course, we know the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer finally dropped. I thought we can get to that first or second. That's up to you guys. Also, the first 3 episodes.
I'm down to do first.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. And then just before we even do get started, today is actually the 1-year anniversary of Chadwick Boseman's passing. I do have my Black Panther shirt on. I don't know if you can see, but just we miss you, man. And
yep.
It's not gonna be the same without you. But we're always thinking about you. That movie, every movie he's in, definitely gonna hold a special place in our hearts. And when we get into What If, I feel like we're all gonna talk a bit about episode 3. Or episode 2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wait, that was the one you only got part.
And that's the one I didn't see.
And I'm not gonna lie, I think that might have been my favorite so far. But then again, we will get.
Dude, that's the one I've been wanting to watch too. Let me explain before you get started.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Just because we talked about it before the podcast.
Yeah.
So another reason we were gonna record last week, but my internet went out my house, and then my data ran out on my phone too.
Yeah, I also was working. I've been working the past 13 days, I think. So today is my first day off in a bit. So yes, Zach has been working more, and Chris has vacation. So he's the lucky one out of us. But
well, I've been dealing with 2 kids for 2 weeks, so I don't.
I mean, yeah. So pick who's lucky. But
this part of me feels that I would have been better off at work. But there we go.
I mean, hey.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I don't know how hot it is for you. I'm sorry, we're going off topic right away. But I don't know how hot it's been for you guys, but up here it's been feeling like 40 Celsius most days this week.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's not been
not that hot here.
Oh, I wish.
Yeah. We've been hitting 20 Celsius. That's as high as we've been getting.
Nice. I wish.
So I'm an idiot and American, so I forget what Celsius equals to in degrees.
Oh, I'm trying to think what Celsius is in Fahrenheit.
Hold on, I'll try and quickly find that out.
Fahrenheit, that's like 90 something.
Like we're the only country that doesn't use Celsius. I believe.
So 18 Celsius is 64 Fahrenheit.
Okay.
That does that. So yeah.
Because today with the heat index, it's like 110 Fahrenheit.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about 40 degree. Yeah, 40 Celsius. Yeah. Wow.
You can see the haziness in the sky from the humidity.
Oh, it was so foggy on the course when I went out the one day. Like, it didn't lift for at least 4 hours. Like, it was humid. But yes, back on track. The Spider-Man trailer dropped, despite our many attempts to say it's coming next week, and also a few of our attempts to say it's not coming at all. It is here.
I was on that one. It's not coming.
And I'm not gonna lie, I think everyone probably last Sunday was kind of just sitting around. And then all of a sudden there were all these posts, at least that I saw on Twitter, on Reddit, on Facebook. It's like, all right, we don't know how real this is, but it looks like the No Way Home trailer leaked. And it definitely did with unfinished VFX. And
Right.
the person who did that, why would you screw your source like that and screw yourself like that? But like,
Yeah.
it did leak, and that forced Sony and Marvel's hand to release it the next day at CinemaCon, which they did. They also had Morbius footage, which apparently was alright. I'm alright not to talk about that though, because we don't know exactly what footage was shown. But yes, this trailer dropped, and was it everything you guys expected?
I think over the week analyzing it more, because I was actually upset for two reasons. Only because, I mean, yeah, my phone was, or data was used up, internet was off, but somebody at work showed me the trailer. And at first, honestly, with the whole hype and talk about it, I wasn't even going to watch the trailer just till the movie came out, to be honest with you. But, no, over the week, like rewatching it, I think it's more than what I wanted. Or not, more than I expected.
Yeah.
I should say.
Yeah. It's for me. I mean, I was always going to watch it, but yeah, it would have been. It would be pretty cool going into this film without knowing anything, without seeing any of the trailers, should I say? I don't know how people can do that, especially for something like this, because it's massive. It's all over. So you just have to go onto any social media and there's something about it. So, yeah, I've read people saying, right, I've watched that first trailer. I'm not going to watch any more now. I'd like to say, if I said that, I would like to say that. But I knew if I said that, I'd be a liar because I'll watch the other, I'll watch the next trailers. I know I will. But it was good. It was very good. It teases. It's certainly, and I was thinking back to the Far From Home trailers, and even the start of the film where you sort of they very much teased the multiverse then. And I'm thinking that could they be doing the same here? But it doesn't look that way. With the characters, certainly if they'd held back Doc Ock and well, there's only really Doc Ock that we see actually in terms of it is. It's just Doc Ock that we actually see. I know there's others teased, but yeah, That's I think that's what I should say. Yeah, but it's clearly the Doc Ock from the Raimiverse, which there may be some other way of getting around it. I don't know how, but yeah, surely that's the multiverse, and obviously Strange talking about the multiverse as well. So we must have it.
Yeah.
We must have it. So that must mean certainly a lot more characters. I would like to see all three of them.
Same.
But I don't know.
I know we've said before we aren't going to talk about the big leaks, but do you want to hear one that was on Twitter for a while?
Go for it.
Yeah.
There was a photo of this blue scaffolding on set of No Way Home. On that scaffolding, a separate photo of Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire in their Spider-Man suits was copyright striked by Sony. So, it's real.
Yeah.
I know why they didn't show them in this trailer. It makes a lot of sense. I think of it back to Civil War. Civil War, we didn't get Spider-Man in the first trailer. We got him in the second or third one.
Did we in the end? Did we get him in the trailers in the end?
I did not even
it was
see
like
that
right
before I saw the movie, so it was a surprise for me anyways.
And I think it was like the last. I think it was the last trailer right before the movie came out, like 2 weeks before or something.
I was about to say. It was like really close to it.
Okay.
Yeah, but I wonder if that's
did
what
you
they're
get?
doing for this.
Was it brought up in the chat, or is it maybe I read it in the comments? The explanation of the No Way Home title, like all these villains might not actually be trying to fight Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Peter Parker might actually be trying to get them home. And like the theory was too that the actual villain might be like the evil Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I've
If
heard
you
that.
know
I've
his
heard that.
counterpart.
I have heard
Yeah.
that, but personally, I don't know. I don't see. Nothing really shows me that this Strange isn't Strange. He's very much still acting like Doctor Strange. He's
See-
just as
see,
arrogant.
Yeah, see, this is what's getting to me. A lot of people are sort of, and I must admit, I did it first. A lot of people are going, well, Strange is that's not him. Why would Doctor Strange do that spell when he's, he's meant to be, the protector and everything?
Mhm.
And it's like, well, have you not watched the first Doctor Strange film where he's literally just doing stuff he's not meant to be doing
The whole
anyway?
movie.
So yeah. So actually, it's sort of going, yeah, it's probably something he can do. So yeah, it's not beyond, you know, it could there could be an alternative, or variant. Should we call them variants now, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
A, a, a strange variant. It's that is plausible, very possible. So. But yeah, I don't think it's an unusual thing for him to do.
Right,
Th-
right.
yeah.
I'll,
So
I'll
You
say
know when he's
this. I think
casting
it's
the
a lot
spell?
more. Sorry.
Oh, I was gonna say, you notice when he was casting the spell, the ring around,
Hmm.
like back to Loki with the whole timeline, and
yeah, yeah,
I just like that little like similarity to it.
And I think
yeah,
like that's kind of
But so,
just the wink and the nod to everyone who watched that show, because everyone's like, I've seen this
exactly.
before, but obviously there's gonna be
Right.
people who haven't. Because I mean, just before I get into the small little point I had there, this trailer had more views in 24 hours than the first Avengers Endgame trailer. Like, just there was a year where we were thinking about what it was even called, about what was
yeah.
even gonna happen. We didn't know, and like the hype for that, like I thought that was the biggest thing ever. But
Mm.
I think if we weren't in a pandemic, this probably would be the biggest thing. Which I'll get to the pandemic part of it later. But
It shows the popularity of Spider-Man though,
yeah, it really
and
does.
and and I know Marvel's taking taking Spider-Man under its wing at the moment, but there's still that worry that Sony might zip away at some point. It would be nice just to have him as part of the MCU. Well, he is part of the MCU, but as
Stay.
part of Marvel or Disney, should I say? But yeah, it's and certainly by what the looking or what the trailer implies, this is going to be a massive film,
Yeah.
massive, and with you're talking about Endgame there. It's talking that sort of level because it's bringing. It'd be interesting to know. I mean, I can remember Maguire, very well. I think I was maybe 18 when Maguire, maybe a bit younger. Can't remember now exactly, but it would be interesting to know. There'll be some people out there, some kids or whatever that don't know Maguire. But probably I imagine everyone will know Garfield. I would have thought. But there'll be people out there who don't know Maguire, and if he is coming in, and Doc Ock, Alfred Molina and Green Goblin,
Yeah.
as is heavily
It's the same
hinted.
It's the same
It has to be.
Yeah.
Well, there was a picture on Twitter or something showing
Oh.
the other one, the Garfield one, going. Everyone's expecting the Raimi one. Well, actually, what if it's the Garfield
Yeah.
one? And you're like, no. I don't know if that was the Hobgoblin though,
No, it
or
was
the Green Goblin.
it was still the Green Goblin, but it was Harry
Was it?
Osborn, not Norman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But
So
anyway, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
So,
you can clearly hear William Dafoe's laugh. Like
I can't.
have
Can
you
you?
have you
what?
heard the clip
When
of
the
them played
pumpkin?
side by side? Because there's the clip of when Defoe throws the pumpkin bomb in, I think, yeah, the original Spider-Man movie, and there's kind of the laugh that goes along with it. Then you see the pumpkin bomb thrown. By the way, the
I'm gonna.
graphics on it have gotten way better. But the pumpkin
Yeah,
bomb
yeah.
thrown on the bridge, it bounces down, and it's an older version of the same laugh.
I'm gonna have to read because
Yeah,
because
but
the other
got
one,
that mechanical laugh over it though.
right? Because the other one is the lizard,
Yeah.
and I can't see him either.
Okay. At
You have to slow mo it,
226,
but you
you need to like cut a clip of like 3 seconds, increase the
Right.
brightness by like 300%, and then play it. If you play it kind of frame by frame, you see the lizard and his tail in the back come in and swipe at that. It looks like a prison he's being held in. Where
Right.
Peter is.
Okay.
yeah,
It's
but yeah,
226 in the
he
trailer. No
definitely
shit's like that.
camouflaged.
Thank you, Phase Zero, for
Like he's
that shout
definitely
out.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
yeah, he's definitely camouflaged in there. Like I had to slow it down so many times and
Because I've got the
keep
I've got
replaying it.
yeah, I've got the trailer up here on the other screen. I'll tinker about as we talk. Same.
I kept reading comments that people said that they saw a symbiote suit
That,
or
I think
something in the
that's the
trailer
lizard.
too.
That's what they think the lizard
Yeah,
is.
that's what I think too.
Oh,
I
right.
was like,
Okay.
I don't see.
Because people are like, it's
Yeah.
Venom. And it's like,
No, no,
why
no.
would Peter have locked Venom up? Because that version of Eddie and Venom that we've seen in the Venom movie seems
Is
he'd
like an
actually,
anti-hero,
yeah,
but-
like he'd team up with Spider-Man. This is like lethal protector Venom for comic nerds like me. Like,
Yeah.
he's an anti-hero. He's not a bad guy yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did have one more thing. Just going back to Doctor Strange. I know we're a bit past this. He's not Mephisto either. Period. That's said and done.
yeah, that's
Mephisto
not.
is not in this movie. Just because it is going off of the what's it called? The One More Day storyline. Awful storyline. Yeah, where so Aunt May dies. Peter makes a deal with Mephisto to have the world forget his identity from when he unveiled it in Civil War.
Yeah.
And his sacrifice to bring Aunt May back to life is his marriage with his marriage with MJ. Yeah, it's very dumb.
Yeah.
Very dumb. They aren't doing that.
And again, I mean, I've said this before on the podcast about Marvel, playing with the fans. And there's a clip. I think I put it on the on our Facebook group. There is a clip where I think it's where they're walking into school, I think, and Peter Parker or Spider-Man, there's a banner basically referring to him as the devil. And again, that's not, to me, that's Marvel just massively playing with us, going, oh yeah, let's stick a banner, let's just stick a banner there, implying that he's the devil, and let's watch the fans go mental with that. It's Mephisto. So yeah, I'm with you, Tom. I would be amazed, absolutely amazed, if Mephisto appears in this film, given the amount of other characters that are there. Yeah.
Well, and Tom, now just because you said he's not going to be in there, he's going to be in there.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's like, what was the firm stance I was gonna make on the X-Men? What was that again? I gotta look that up because I did say I was gonna make one. Oh, yeah, no, that they aren't gonna get brought in through the multiverse. So, and I'm gonna make myself very specific on this. Yeah, you guys can roast me for an entire podcast if I'm wrong about this. That's okay. I think mutants exist in the MCU now already. We just haven't seen them yet, similar to Wakanda. I also think we're gonna see the Fox version of mutants in Multiverse of Madness. But I do not think the Fox version of mutants will come to the main MCU Earth and be the mutants there. I do not think the multiverse is how they're bringing the mutants in. If they are, I'll eat a shoe.
Bold. It's bold. I hope. Sorry. I'll just quickly. I hope you're right. I hope you're right, Tom.
Me too.
And I think we have said before that it's an easy route in for the X-Men using the multiverse, but still a bold shout. But yeah. I hope you're right. But yeah, I'm happy to roast you when you got it wrong.
Yep, that's fair.
Sorry, Zach. Sorry, Zach. Go on.
No, you're good. You're good. So going back to the ring though, the time loop when he's doing we see when it like pretty much erupts or whatever. There's 4 rings then, so that would mean theoretically there's 4 different timelines now on top of each other or whatever. So one being obviously Tom Holland's, the one they're in now, the Tobey Maguire universe with Doc Ock, Green Goblin, and then Andrew Garfield's if Electro is going to be in there and all that. But there's that fourth ring. You know, if that theoretically is correct, what would that fourth ring timeline do you guys think that would be?
I mean, if to be honest, I did just think it was the spell. I didn't think it was timelines at all. I just took it as that's what the spell looked like. But if it is another one, it's Venom. That's the universe.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking, to be honest too.
Mm-hmm. I honestly just took it as the spell, though. I didn't think it was the realities. I thought it was hit like people asking the different people, and that was the list of people he'd asked to remember his identity. That's kind of.
I went back to Loki. I went back to Loki when He Who Remains was explaining it, and he showed the ring on top of the ring. There's a timeline on top of that timeline or whatever. So when I rewatched the trailer, I was like, oh, you know, but that could just be, again, nothing. Like you said, could just be the spell.
I must admit, I never thought about it like that, but
no, me neither. That's actually a really good thought, though. Especially
it is a good thought
because that makes the most sense.
Yeah, I do like that because I'm looking at it. Because I must admit, my immediate thought was when you first see it, you see the ring, the first ring, and I thought of Loki and the sort of timeline, but I never thought of the 4 rings. And I'm just looking at it again. Right, there's 4 rings.
And then Strange actually makes it smaller, to where it's all kind of going crazy.
Yeah.
And then you know when Strange pushes Peter into the astro project whatever, Peter's got that box in his hand. I think that's those timelines in the box.
Have we seen that box before?
No, but the symbol is on the sanctuary. Or sanctum, whatever.
Right. I just I don't know. It feels like that box looks familiar.
That's what I thought as well. I think
I can't.
Was it in a Shang-Chi trailer?
I don't know.
Or sorry, Shang-Chi. I really
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. Yes.
Shang.
They have the whole clip where he goes over to that with Aquafina. And yeah.
Shang-Chi. Yes. I keep saying Shang-Chi. Okay.
Because that's what I was thinking, that maybe it is kind of tied to the 10 Rings a bit. Like, because the 10 Rings are going to be something mystical. As we will see next week when Shang-Chi and the Legend of the 10 Rings opens in theaters. So we will... I don't know if you guys are seeing it next week, but I am seeing it open night.
Yeah, I'm trying to get it on opening night as well. Yeah.
So we'll be here to talk about that. But that's kind of where I thought it was from. And also, it looks like Wong's leaving in this trailer to go fight Abomination.
I thought the same thing. But it looks like he's going to that training place, though. It was in the first movie where, if you see in the background, there's one of those little towers that are in the background. Yeah.
I'm out that part.
But honestly, I'm trying to just...
He could be going anywhere.
Right. And just because he's going there doesn't mean he can't go fight Abomination afterwards, you know.
Well, I mean,
maybe he's going to go train to fight him.
I mean, where's the timelines at here? Is Spider-Man going to be after Shang-Chi?
I think a bunch of these are going to happen around the same time.
Yeah.
Because
I think they might purposely just be a little bit, given they've had issues with timelines before, there might be a little bit sort of, it's going to happen in this year.
But
where are we at? 2023?
No,
are we
2024 for Far From Home and No Way Home?
Okay.
So I think Falcon and Winter Soldier's end of 2023 to 2024. Same with WandaVision, but we don't know when her post-credit scene takes place.
Yeah.
And Loki's the oddball, because it kind of
Loki could be
everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing which we haven't touched on is what's going on in the Sanctum.
I saw a theory that it was because they haven't fixed the whole Hulk made, and it's just
I saw that too.
But it looks clean as day outside.
But the stairs are fixed.
Yeah, exactly.
The stairs are fixed. There's someone.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Would've been
Yeah.
cool.
See,
Some
and again, it's not my theory, but I've been reading a lot too. It's to show that that's the good Doctor Strange, because they use white and black to show good and evil, and then you see him later and he's in dark. Like, no, come on,
I'm
no, they
it's
wouldn't.
not break,
Yeah, no.
it's not Breaking Bad where they use a huge color scheme to show his turn to being
Yeah.
evil. Like,
I was gonna say, I wonder if it's like the Sanctum acting up, so to speak. Cause
did you see the one where they might have left a door open to Mount Everest and it blew in?
I like they could have. Yeah, I wouldn't
Yeah.
doubt it.
Something as simple as that, couldn't it? But to me, it's quite it's the rooms or the sanctum's full of snow. It's not like they need to clear it out. They just need to do a spell, get rid of it. So it implies to me that there's something major going on that they can't fix. And I'm looking at the first bit when Peter walks in. It doesn't look like Wong. There's someone clearing snow on the left hand side,
Yeah.
actually shoveling it. I don't think it's Wong. It might be, but yeah, it just implies that they can't use magic in there, or something. Like I say, something seriously has gone wrong.
Yeah, I was
But
gonna say, but we know
mm,
they can use magic in there because the whole battle with Caecilius took place in
ex-
there. So
exactly, yeah.
and of course
Anyway,
Thor Ragnarok. But yeah,
yeah,
ah,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Before I get into the villains that I thought I found, and I think almost everyone has agreed they thought they found, and who I ask who you think is going to be the sixth member. What part was I gonna say? Damn it, I forgot. I lost it. What were we talking about? Do you want to just go to the villains then?
Yeah, go to the
Because
villains.
I
Come back to.
lost it. If I come back to it, I will. But
Well,
yes.
I can't just come up with a quick Easter egg in the film. I've got to see Tom smiling here. I don't know if it's going to be the same one. The bit where Peter and MJ are on top of the roof, and there's some graffiti. I'll be honest, I haven't zoomed in or seen the graffiti yet,
I didn't see that.
but apparently it's quite clear. But apparently it's the name of, is it Dictor? I've probably got that wrong. I'm not. Is it Steve Dictor? Is he the creator of
Yeah.
Spider-Man?
Steve
But
Ditko.
didn't get any money from anything Spider-Man related, apparently.
Honestly, he's one of the many comic creators that's happened to. Let's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But apparently
Ditko
they've put
right there.
yeah. So his name's in graffiti on the wall, which I think is quite a nice touch.
Yeah, that is
Uh,
awesome. And I'm not gonna
yeah.
lie, I do remember what I was gonna say, but also this beginning scene where she's talking about the pheromones for Spider-Man. That's very similar to the story with Silk, who is getting her Amazon Prime TV show. It's a
Ooh.
Spider-Verse character too. Just
Ooh.
keep in mind.
Uh,
Yeah, her and Peter are essentially like, I guess they have the spider, like it's a weird run, but they have the spider pheromones, and they're both basic. They're both, I can't speak. Both basically like trying to bang each other for the entire comic until they're like, yeah, this isn't good. Like we just caused destruction. We got to stay away from each other. It's like okay, and then they separated.
okay.
But yeah, there was that. I also, just before the villains again, how much of this trailer do you think is a misdirect? Because I think almost all of it is.
Yes. I mean, again, a lot of this stuff isn't necessarily my thoughts. It's stuff I picked up from Twitter and different places. But things like the thing where Stranger's doing the spell, and Peter's saying, "Well, what about MJ? What about Aunt May? What about Ned?" And I did think it was a bit strange, but a lot of people have gone, "Is it someone else?" And I don't know if you said this, Zach, actually, in the chat or Facebook chat, that is it someone else actually jumping in on the spell? And I think Wanda's been mentioned, and maybe that's when like the evil strangers maybe sort of come in,
Yeah.
and they're cutting it in terms of it's Peter messing the spell up, but actually is it someone else? Similar with when
That could be the fourth ring.
could be, yeah, could
Could
be,
be Wanda getting her kids out or something.
yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I do kind of have a bit of a theory about that period, just because there's clearly not one single thing that's breaking the multiverse. Obviously, Sylvie's playing one of the biggest parts, but
Right.
Wanda's a Nexus being. She can go into any reality and just kind of tear through it, right? And that's what she's gonna do, because she's just looking for a kid. She doesn't care. So she's probably gone through the multiverse. She's damaging it herself without Sylvie even having to do anything. Because I'm thinking Wanda goes in, that's when it starts to branch, and then when Sylvia kills He Who Remains, that's when the branches start to like really get like
Completely.
more. And then I think when Strange casts this spell, that's when the branches merge.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, I do like that, because you're. I mean, you're right to bring it up, because since we've had Marvel back in our lives after the pandemic, we've gone from one division, gone, well, it's Wanda. She started the multiverse, and then we've gone to Loki and gone, well, it's Loki. It's or Sylvie. That's it. And now we're looking at, oh no, it's Strange, and who is this? And but no, I like that sort of theory about it. I'm assuming at some point it will all be all come together, and I'm hoping it's. I don't think it'll be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I think it'll be more Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
I think that's when we're going to find out exactly
What's going on?
This is off.
Go on, Zach.
This is off topic. But I'm just waiting for Marvel's Illuminati to get filmed and the trailer to come out. Just for the title, Illuminati confirmed. Sorry. Anyways.
I mean, just briefly on the Illuminati point, I don't know who they're gonna put on that team right now, because they're gonna have to introduce Professor X and Mr. Fantastic, because you don't have Iron Man, Captain America, or Black Panther anymore, unless they're gonna put. If Shuri ends up taking up the mantle, then I guess she could be on the Illuminati, but that's not really Shuri. That was more a T'Challa thing, doing the betterment of Wakanda. Namor too also isn't here yet. I'm trying to think, was Namor on the Illuminati? I might be thinking of the Defenders, but still, or the Invaders. That was the team. But yeah, no, I really want that show too. That'll be a crazy one, but we won't get the World War Hulk thing probably.
Back to your question though, I believe 99% of the trailer is a misdirect, except for the 1% I think is real are the people that are in it.
Yeah.
So that's
Now let's say this.
So
what about the people that aren't in it?
Okay, it's 98%. Well, no, because they're not even in it. So I'm sticking to my 99%. It's a throw off because we don't know who's not in it that might be in it.
I'll say this: I think
or
the biggest
who's
mystery
not in it
is the "Hello Peter" line, because I do not think he's saying that to Tom. I think Tom is on the bridge where we saw the Goblin Bomb. I think he's fighting Green Goblin there. Also, oddly enough, Tom is wearing the exact same outfit in that scene that Toby wore in this. I forget if it was Spider-Man 1 or 2. I think it was 2. Exact same outfit, same blazer, same shirt, same tie, same pants.
Have you seen the theory though that this is more of a quantum leap type of thing going on, and it's Tom. We're seeing Tom Holland jump into different Spider. We see him jump into So we see him jump into Maguire's sort of body, and we see Tom, but everyone else is seeing Maguire. And I'm trying to explain the quantum leap to people who haven't seen Quantum Leap. I'm hoping you guys have seen Quantum Leap. But and I don't know. I'm hoping it's not that.
I'm with you.
I want to see all three Spider-Mans jumping around together. And that's what everyone wants to see, don't they? Surely, if they're gonna bring in Maguire and Garfield, they're not gonna bring them in like a Quantum Leap type thing. They're gonna have them interacting together. Surely.
I hope.
Yeah.
The only thing that throws me off, which could just be a continued, it could be an error. I can't say the word, but didn't Dr. Ock always say oh, I'm gonna call you by Parker because I respect you or whatever.
I thought he
Like,
called
didn't
him
he
Peter
never
the whole
not
movie.
call him Peter?
I thought he only called him Peter.
I thought it
No,
was Parker.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie in a while.
I'm gonna go back and watch
Rewatch.
these.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. In
Like I
a
said,
few
it could
years.
just be a continuity error. I mean, even though it's not the same director, you know.
I'm
But
gonna have to go
I've
back.
seen that a lot come up. Like,
Mhm.
but
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I can't remember. Yeah. Yeah.
But let's get to the villains who were in this, or who we think were in this. So just trying to check with my internet, and I was like, "The fuck's
It'll
in
probably, that'll probably have about 2 minutes of going. Can you hear me, guys? Can
Yeah.
you hear me?
It's like,
Yeah, no, I
hey.
was like, wow, this is early. This one normally happens an hour in.
Yeah.
Oh man. But
The villains.
I
The
guess
villains.
yeah, villains. So first, of course, Doc Ock, as we were
Yes.
just talking about. Second, we saw the Goblin Bomb. That's Green Goblin. Third, that we I'd say this is the one where we get the most clear tease. Also, the actor posted about it on his Instagram, would be Jamie Foxx's Electro. And
Yeah.
Yep.
if you look at when he attacks Spider-Man in that scene, the sand moves very unnaturally. So some people think that that is Thomas Hayden Church's, or is it his Sandman, or is it Hayden Thomas Church? I can't remember, something like that. It's
See,
those sets of names.
yeah. See. Yeah. See, to me, on them ones, it's not clear enough for me. For me, it's electricity and it's sand. Now, yes, okay, it could quite easily be Electro and Sandman, and that's the obvious jump, and it probably is.
I
But
think Electro
I don't know.
is.
It's
Just 'cause
and you're right.
Jamie
Jamie
Foxx
Foxx has
came
said
back.
he's coming
Yeah.
back, so
And he won't be
it's
blue.
likely. And he won't be blue.
Mhm.
Oh,
And
all right, okay.
there have been some photos around of Jamie Foxx, of Willem Dafoe, and who's the other? Oh, and Alfred Molina was the other one. But other than that,
Yeah.
other guys weren't there.
Yeah.
Didn't see a Sandman.
Mm,
What was the? So we have Doc Ock, Green Goblin. Probably, most likely some kind of
likely.
Electro or version of Electro. Potentially Sandman, I think that's a big one. It's potentially him. And then 5 would be, some thought was Venom, but it's most likely the Lizard at 226. I'm sorry, I have to keep saying that. If anyone has ever watched the Phase Zero podcast from the guys who run comicbook.com, they had like a whole segment of their Spider-Man trailer breakdown where they just talked about, oh, it's Lizard at 226. Like, we should get shirts made that say Lizard at 226, because that's half the comments on the video.
And can we say 6, even though they're not in the trailer, but they were in previous movies and the post-credit scene of Far Way Home, or No Way, or Homecoming? Michael Keaton.
Oh, that's
Wasn't-
who you think? Because that was my next question. Who do you think the 6th member is? Because I'm with you. I don't think they're gonna make a Sinister 6 and have none be from Tom's universe. Like, it's his movie.
Right.
Mysterio, gotta be Mysterio.
I'm right there.
Yeah.
Mysterio's
Or
not dead.
Or, we might see the return of Michael Keaton.
Yeah, that's what Zach was saying too.
Yeah, that's what I
Sorry,
think.
sorry, you just said that. Sorry, I was.
Yeah. That's
Sorry,
what I was saying.
Oh, no,
I was saying, do we want to count Michael Keaton because
right.
he is there and still alive?
Yeah.
But I mean, Mysterio could be alive too
I had
through like
about this.
time jump, but
What if it's Scorpion?
yeah.
Because he was pretty pissed at Spider-Man from, again, the Homecoming post-credits. But
yeah, what wasn't? Yeah, that was it was a post-credit scene, wasn't it? Which, yeah, they're both on. I'm thinking it's more likely to. I'm thinking it's more likely to be one of them, to be honest. Vulture or Scorpio, because I think I can't see the actor Jake Gyllenhaal coming back. Maybe he's in his contract. I don't know, but I don't know. I saw him as a done one, gone now type of thing. Might be wrong, but I don't know. It's obviously still very much connected to Mysterio because it seems like it's going to pick up right from the end of Far From Home.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I
Now wait
think
a
you're right. I think you're right. It is likely to be what if they're going down the Sinister Six. It will be one of them from the Holland universe. But yeah, I don't know. Big ones.
I'm wondering if Mysterio's even dead, because didn't he use that technology to make it look like Peter killed him?
Yeah.
So he must have then
He
just
had
made that.
drugs before Peter even had the glasses.
That's what I'm saying. He either had to do that, very quickly, or he premeditated that.
But isn't that Mysterio's MO that he sees things? He's quite a clever bloke, and he sees things coming, and he might predict that something like that might happen, and this is like a sort of contingency plan to get him out, type of thing.
It'll make him.
They can easily work that.
Operate without the worry of being captured, kind of thing. Plus, everyone thinks he's a hero right now.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's. Actually, no. That's not a good comparison. Never mind. But sorry, I was thinking about someone from the Suicide Squad. No.
He's a dead hero, though, isn't he? Mysterio's in everyone's eyes at the moment, so it would look a little bit dodgy if he came back.
Yeah.
That's not to say he won't, but yeah.
But yeah. Also, on that, just briefly on that note, the Suicide Squad was a great movie. I've seen it like 4 times now. Highly suggest you going to see it if you can, if you feel safe enough to go to a theater. Obviously, that's the same with Shang-Chi, but like, if you're like, I don't mean to be a little pushy, but like, if you don't want Eternals to get delayed, you don't want Spider-Man to get delayed, buy your tickets for Shang-Chi and blow this movie up, because it looks amazing. Anyways, but we also don't want a delay.
There's been rumors of Eternals getting delayed, isn't there? If Shang-Chi doesn't do. I don't know what's in them rumors, whether or not it's true or not. But yeah, let's get to the cinema.
Well, the amount
if
of
you feel safe,
yeah,
but
of course,
I'm
yeah.
going. I'm going.
Same here. We're all double vaccinated now, so obviously I'll be going and I'll be wearing a mask. We do still have a lot of those mandates in Canada here.
Yeah.
Like, even our theaters, we do have the separated seating. So.
All right. Yeah.
So we aren't quite at full capacity theaters yet, but we're selling out more or less.
Yeah.
Just not as much as usual. But I mean, do you guys have anything else you'd like to add for the first trailer of Spider-Man No Way Home?
I don't know.
No.
I mean, do we think if I'm assuming we're all on the same page that we're going to get Maguire and Garfield? Do we all think that? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I have a hunch.
Go on then.
Because I can't believe I didn't even bring this up. I can't believe none of us brought this up. We see 2 different guys with a white shirt in the interrogation room scene. One is outside and doesn't really look like Charlie Cox. It's hard to say if the one inside does, because it's just his arms. But I'm willing to bet during that scene, if that isn't Matt Murdock, if he is in the movie, that is where he's showing up.
Yeah,
and I
agree.
Love that. I also was going to say, though, like, honestly, I do think a post-credit scene is either going to be live-action Miles just being introduced, or a Spider-Verse teaser with animated Miles, and he grabs Tom, Toby, and Andrew.
Oh, that would be so cool. That would be cool.
And because that movie's I think it's late next year now, because
I'm
of
so
the
looking
pandemic
forward to
and
that,
everything. Because it was supposed to be, I think, around the time of Doctor Strange, actually.
Right.
But it
Yeah,
now
so
I think
looking
comes
forward
out
to that.
November 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right. But yes, I mean, and I suppose this actually brings me, bringing up Matt Murdock, sort of brings into the question I was going to ask about. If they are bringing these characters in, do you think it's going to be for the majority of the film, or do you think like Matt Murdock, I think they might just introduce him in that maybe one scene,
That's it.
and that's it.
Mhm.
And maybe not, and it's just a little bit like everyone's like, oh yeah, that's fucking him. And then he doesn't get involved in the main story. And similar with the Garfield and Maguire, I'm sort of verging on this is a final third, final battle type of they get introduced then and have a big fight.
Yeah.
And the majority of the film is Holland's film. You
Mhm.
know what I mean? It is his film. You know what I mean? So I'm that's where I'm going down that, and it's very much seeing the Doc Ock and the bomb, the Goblin bomb, being sort of introduced. It seems to be on that freeway where everything seems to have crashed and people coming out. I don't know, and that's maybe where we get the Garfield and Maguire perhaps
That's what I'm hoping.
final scene.
I'm hoping
Yeah.
it's like there's gonna be like something like Peter's probably gonna be like Tom's Peter. He's gonna be in a fight. He's gonna be losing, and then portal opens up behind the villain, and then Garfield just comes in, smacks him in the face, and then they just smack him up.
Yeah.
I also
And
I really want my theory of Maguire is Uncle Ben in the MCU and Andrew is his dad. I don't think they're gonna do that, but like I hope
that'd
they
be
do. Like if
that
Toby
would be
comes through and he goes like Ben, I'll be like,
cool.
also then that's a way where they can finally talk about Ben Parker.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would love
No, that would be pretty cool.
that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Do we think Doctor Strange is going to be? I mean, that the trailer heavily implies that Doctor Strange is going to be in it for a lot of the film, but do we think he's going to be
I think
or
he's gonna be
not?
in the first act and potentially a bit of the third act. I don't think he's gonna be in
Mm,
it that much. Kind of similar to
yeah.
how much like Iron Man was in Homecoming. Like
Mm,
go back and watch it. Oh, I know a lot of people are gonna make the Iron Boy Jr. comments all the time. Iron Man's not in that film much. He has less than 10 minutes of screen time.
yeah. Yeah.
So, which of
Yeah.
course, like, it's because Downey's contract was so much. But yeah, like, I don't know. I don't because Cumberbatch is also a really big name actor as well.
Mm,
He probably not as high of a price tag as Downey, but it's got to be up there anyways.
yeah. Yeah. I,
Just think
I
about
I just
Thor
very
Ragnarok,
much.
I guess, is my mindset of it. But I think it's gonna
Yeah.
be longer than that though.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I'm maybe I'm a little bit of a sort of purist when it comes to these things. It's Holland's film, you know what I mean? It's he needs to be the main character. I think this is maybe why I don't like Civil War as much as what
This is not a Cap film.
it's not a Cap film, and that's I'm not saying it's not a good film at all, but it's not a Cap film, and that's maybe why after Winter Soldier, which I've banged on about before on the podcast, being my favorite, to then have Civil War, like I said, very very good film,
Yeah,
but not a Cap film,
should have
and
been Avengers Civil
I
War.
It should have been. It should have been. It really should have been. And that's. I think that was always. And I'm sure I've mentioned this again on the podcast about my nervousness with having Maguire and Garfield and all these other characters in. Are they going to take over? And that's why I'm hoping maybe they just come in the final act type of thing or the final fight scene. Um, make it Holland's film, you know what I mean? And have his
Yeah,
characters, have the characters around him, have Ned, have MJ, have Aunt May, even Happy, I
yes.
like them, all them interacting, brilliant. Yeah, introduce Strange for a little bit, and certainly from the clips on the trailer, there's great interaction between him and Peter. So yeah, all for that, but just not too much,
Yeah.
This leave it with Holland, you know what I mean? Let him sort of drive the film. Don't do a civil war, which is a bad thing to say because that's a great film,
Yeah, no,
but
no, I know what you mean though. Yeah, because it's not
yeah,
like Civil War just misled the audience. Like it's not a Captain America movie. Like yes,
no, it's
Captain
really not.
America is the focus of the film, but like, would you call Avengers Infinity War? Well, technically, I guess it's Thanos' movie, but then it's not called Thanos Infinity War, right?
Right.
You know what I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
That
yeah,
was a
no,
bad
yeah,
example. I more so meant with what's it called? Endgame, because that's a lot more Tony's movie as well. They couldn't make an
yeah,
Iron Man
Oh
film.
yeah.
yeah, yeah,
But yeah, but
yeah,
it fits the Avengers title, so like it had that man. Like Civil War was partly Cap's story, but it's still focused mainly on Iron Man. So yeah, no,
It was.
I completely agree. It should have been Avengers. But yeah, we are getting Captain America 4 with Anthony Mackie. That was something that was announced as well. He's signed on, and Sebastian Stan is looking hopeful for it as well. So
Yeah, all for that.
And a few weeks ago, we got a Hawkeye release date. It will be November. Was it November 28th or 23rd? I have to check when the Wednesday is in that month. But it will be at the end of November, and it will air during December. If nothing gets moved, Hawkeye will overlap with No Way Home. Oh, honestly, it might be I think it's the 24th then, is when it airs.
So kind of how Loki overlapped Black Widow.
Yes.
Yeah.
However, there's a little something different with this. Matt Murdock has been rumored to be in Spider-Man No Way Home, a film coming out days after Hawkeye's 5th episode is supposed to release. There have also been rumors of Vincent D'Onofrio reprising his role as Wilson Fisk, aka the Kingpin, in the Hawkeye show. And this is because there was a scheduling conflict with Charlie Cox, and he couldn't make it, apparently. This has since been unliked, and I think the tweet's gone now, but whoever reported on this, Vincent D'Onofrio liked the tweet that he was going to be in Hawkeye. More recently, people were asking about, like what we were just talking about, who's the sixth member of the Sinister Six? And someone's like, well, why can't it be D'Onofrio's Kingpin? And he liked the tweet. So...
Yeah. I would very much like the Kingpin to and would I like it to be that? I thought he was very good in Daredevil, the Netflix Daredevil. So yeah, I can't see it happening though. I'll be honest.
I don't think it's in the movie. I think the
No.
show though. I think
Yeah,
it's gonna be in the show.
Wasn't Kingpin though? Wasn't he a big villain in the in Marvel in the comics?
A Spider-Man and a Daredevil villain.
Oh, was he just mainly them two?
Yeah. Mainly,
right.
Well, actually,
okay.
I think it started out. He was a Spider-Man villain, and then Frank Miller had his like pivotal run with Daredevil, where it's the Fisk versus Daredevil kind of thing.
Yeah.
And Fisk kind of became Daredevil's main villain, and he still fought Spider-Man, just more Daredevil.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
No, but I'd be cool to have him back.
Yeah.
I
need it.
Yeah.
I really want Charlie Cox back as well.
So do I. Yeah, so do I. So do I.
But I guess it's what if time.
Yeah.
If do you guys have anything else to add just on that last little bit? Hawkeye, Fisk, maybe even some Spider-Man stuff we maybe didn't talk about quick?
Don't think so. I'm sure there is many things that'll come to me once we've finished recording, but yeah, well, should we crack on to what if?
Yeah.